What's up, turds and turdettes? Welcome to sample 3 of the recap. We have a special one today. I am your host, no nickname, Lindsay, and I am joined with my co-host, Tara Pterodactyl. So, Tara, what's crappin'?
Oh, hey, no name Lindsay, but I think we may go with Lavator Lindsay, specifically because Saturday you were not that far behind for our ETA, but you had some bathroom issues. So
nothing new.
I mean, it might stick. We might find something else.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I do enjoy that my husband was the one that came up with that. So I feel like it's...
I mean, it's got a little bit of a ring. So, yeah.
Rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah, exactly. So speaking of nicknames, with sample 3, we're going to go right into our guest this week. We have the one and only 6-star Erica.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
I missed you guys. It's been so long since I've seen you.
long.
Oh my gosh, it's been forever. I didn't sleep last night. I was miserable.
So sad.
So sad. So this is going to be kind of a little different for us. We are going to be just chatting about our day that we had on Sunday and what a day it was. We went down to Boston and we did the run show. We did the whole thing. It was awesome. So Lindsay, you kind of want to start us off with how the day started?
So we met up pretty early at Erica's house. What time did we meet?
It was 7:20.
7:20.
Yeah.
Ass crack of too early for me, but just perfect for you guys.
And I come rolling in like, "Hey guys!"
I'm texting him like, "I'm coming in on 2 wheels," because bathroom things and whatnot. And I stopped for coffee, which was unnecessary.
Yeah, I did ask you if you wanted me to keep the dog cover sheet in the back of just in case. But
I cleaned my toilet too for you just in case before we left. So just know that I had it all ready for you.
Well, that is very nice of you. I feel like actually you shouldn't do that. Wait until after. I'll clean it.
Lindsay comes in
and blow it up.
Right. She's
nice to see your house. See you later. Bye.
We're going down to Boston for the day. She brings 3 pair of underwear. You never know.
Did you bring a change of clothes? Nope, just underwear.
Just underwear. So we met at Erica's house and then we drove right into Boston. We got the parking pass early. Was it the Seaport? Is that what it's called? Seaport Convention Center?
The Boston
Boston
Convention and Exhibition Center.
Oh, in the Seaport.
In the Seaport.
Yes.
In the Seaport. Yes. So that was, it was really easy to get to. We had, an easy time getting down. There was no traffic. So that was nice. And then all 3 of us signed up for Plogging, which that started at 9:30, but they wanted to, it started at 9, but they said get there at 8:30. So Plogging, do you guys remember the definition? It's Swedish, right?
It's basically picking up litter while jogging, but I can't remember. I can't remember
what the word is. I think it's like picking up litter, plicking. I don't know. Picking litter, plitter. I don't know.
I
know what the ogging is, the jogging, but the other P.
A soft J.
Can I phone a friend? Can I phone a friend? I'm going to call up Tina. Tina, what is it again?
Yeah. Oh, she would love to tell us the definition. I would love her to tell the definition.
Yeah. So basically plogging is jogging and picking up trash, but let's be honest, there was no jogging. It was basically
very
walking.
Little jogging. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's hard to run and pick up trash. And I was very the amount of trash that we had in that, it was like 1.25 miles. It was unreal.
It was insane.
Yeah.
I'm really disgusted with you, Boston. Come on. Yeah. Cigarette butts everywhere. Just the amount of Dunkin' napkins and coffee cups. Do better. Yeah. We helped a little, but do better, Boston.
What was the weirdest thing you picked up?
Well, you had that big, long, I don't know what it was.
It's like a piece
You're
of
like,
siding.
I think mine's the longest. I win. You definitely won.
I had a lot of nips, Fireball,
so much Fireball.
Tito's. Yeah, I know. I was like, people are raging over here.
It's like, has Lindsay been down here?
Right? I was following Lindsay and I was picking up all her trash. She was just ripping Fireball shots.
Well, so I should have had you guys follow me because at one point the wind, it was very windy that day. The wind like blew my bag inside out and all the trash I already collected like went everywhere. So I had to go back and get it again. I'm like, this is very counterproductive. I gotta figure out a better way to do this. So that was a challenge.
Someone that was in front of me, definitely their trash was blowing out of their bag. I was like, don't worry, I got you.
Yeah,
I got it.
It was also like very dirty too. Lindsay, you didn't even take any of the rubber gloves, but I took one rubber glove. I wish I would have taken two, but she didn't have enough. But I was like, I was like, I need a shower after this.
Mm-hmm.
I just washed those. I washed my gloves today. Those
good.
They're
Glad you didn't have to burn them.
They're not totally stain free anymore, but
that's okay.
You know, it is what it is.
Yeah, they'll remind you every time you put them on. You're like, I need to pick up trash.
Yeah.
But we had a great crew that decided to plog too. So in addition to Tina Muir, so she was the one who she also ran the sustainability talk that we'll get into later. But she set up the whole thing, and she had Dave McGilvery helping. Herm was there to help. I mean, we got to see a whole bunch of other people too, including Steve. So we got to hi, Steve. But yeah, we had a big group who actually decided to come out early and do some good.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. They gave us bibs. So we had like race bibs on. And then we all they did the little introduction and explained the plogging to us, gave us trash bags and gloves. And then we headed out and did our, duty and picked up as much trash as we could and came back and...
Sorry.
We paused for a little bit out on the little course, I'll call it a course, and took some pictures. And then when we got back to the location that we started, we all tied our trash bags up and put them in a pile. And it was just a massive amount of trash. I would say, what did you guys say? Maybe like 40 of us?
Yeah, that's a good estimate. But it was just a heap of trash that we picked. It was
so much.
Yeah, it was wild. And it really, I don't know about you guys, but for me, it made me like, I don't want to say I felt guilty, but as you said, we went to the sustainability panel chat, which was a half an hour long, and it just makes you think of things that you can do to be better. Like, I know I was joking with you, Lindsay, but Lindsay went to Dunkin' Donuts and she had her plastic Dunkin' Donuts coffee cup, and it's like, and I'm like, I know that like it's just awkward though if you go to Dunkin', you can give them your coffee cup, I think, and they can make your coffee.
Totally.
But it's like, that's just awkward. And it's like things that you just don't think about. But I do, like, I know you guys, we all have our water bottles because we drink a ton of water. So this is one thing, like we're doing that instead of buying a 24 case of Poland Spring, shout out Poland Spring, and like drinking those. So, but it's like, there's so many, I was at the grocery store yesterday and I didn't bring reusable bags. And I was like,
I'm guilty of that all the time.
Tina would be so mad at me right now. So
just carry everything out in your arms.
Yeah, right.
Like, no bags,
It's like BJ's, then you put it all in the cart, but that's really annoying when you get home because you got to make 19 trips. But there's just so many, it just makes you think because there's so many little things that you could be doing to help preserve our environment. And it was just a good like eye opener. And I know that after talking to Steve, shout out 305 no more. He's a marathon sports ambassador. And I guess that with your ambassadorship, you have to put on one event throughout the year, and he said that he was going to do a plogging event because he was like totally like, he's like, this is very eye-opening, and he's like, we'll do it in Manchester. I was like, let me know because I'll go.
Same here.
So, yeah,
I think that's a great idea.
I'll definitely go, and it's going to be bad in probably not as bad, but I think there's going to be a lot of trash to pick up.
I hate to say this,
more nips, definitely more nips,
more needles, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We won't be picking those up.
No, don't.
We're not picking those up.
No. But anyways, so yeah, that was my 2 cents on the plogging. I loved it. I would do it again. And then the cool thing with Herm, I know you guys saw I put in my story, Herm never turns down a donut. And we were talking about donuts. The Team Donut here.
Donut.
We're all Team Donut.
Thank you.
I think I am now because of those.
Those are
I
good.
wasn't before, but
yeah. So I went to, there's a place in Manchester, shout out Lighthouse Local, Bird Food Bakery. And they make amazing donuts. Like I don't eat donuts on the regular, but I would eat these donuts every single day.
They're so good.
So I put an order in, I brought 4 down, and I tagged him in my post like the night prior, and he was like, heck yeah. So after we did the plogging, all 4 of us met in the lobby after we washed our hands. And we indulged in 4 delicious donuts with Herm, which is so cool because I was just saying earlier, like, I am still like smiling from Saturday because I got to meet so many people that like I look up to on Instagram, that I follow, that are influencers that I just think are so cool, and to like meet those people in real life is just, it's awesome, you know. And it's like, and for them like to tag me and stuff, and they're, and you know, I'm over here, I'm like 916 followers. I'm like looking at them and they're like, you know, Kelly Roberts has over 200,000 and Herm's like 75,000, and you know, they're regular people, but you look at them differently when you're looking at them on social media. So it was just cool to.
I love that he actually is as chill as
he's so
is
chill
in his he's as genuine as he portrays himself on his social media.
Yeah, he's a wicked nice
super
dude.
cool. I would totally hang out with him. Like, he was a lot of fun. We hung out with him a lot on the Plogging event. So I know I look back and Erica's just like chumming it up. I was like, go Erica.
I was doing 0 running during this. Like, I was bringing up the rear. And so I was walking with Herm and we were having some fun. I mean, he was rocking Lindsay's sunglasses. So he was pretty stylish the other day.
I was like, you can have them. It's fine. I have plenty of sunglasses.
They were black heart-shaped sunglasses with like different color
stars,
speckles on them.
They were cool as shit, yeah.
And he was like, I will totally rock these. And he did. And he was wearing them in the video, the reel that he posted. So I was like, those are Lindsay's. So
yeah.
So that
and
was
I'm
pretty
still
cool.
thinking about that donut. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. I had a strawberry crunch one. So if you think of those like ice cream bars you used to get at like in school.
Like the eclairs.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
And oh my God, it was enormous though. I couldn't, me who loves donuts, who can eat like 6 of them in a sitting, had trouble eating that one donut.
That
should say something.
I feel bad for whoever cleans that place because there was literally donut crumbs all over the floor. I bent down to pick up
like
some of my donuts.
pebbles everywhere.
I was like, we could literally like make a meal out of what we all dropped out of our donuts. Like because we had a Fruity Pebbles. Herm had that one. I had the Oreo. What was yours, Lindsay?
Maple blueberry.
Maple blueberry, but it was just like all falling all over the floor. I was like, this is bad. It's like when you
I
bring
had to eat it with my hand underneath. I'm like,
It's like if you ever waited tables before and you wait on somebody that has a toddler in a high chair, you move the high chair and you're like, ugh. It's literally their whole meal on the floor and you have to pick it up. That's what we did to the convention center.
Yeah.
So
we're like looking around all shiftily like, oh no, who's going to like kick us out for this? Oh no.
Yeah. So, and one more, I will mention one thing. The 3 of us, we were so matchy all day. The plogging run, we all had the same vests on. Shout out to her Tribe Athletics.
Yes.
And then when we cleaned up after we ate the donuts, we went into the run show and we all had on our On the Runs podcast hoodies. And I got to tell you, this was such a marketing prop.
Perfect.
We had so many people, they were like, On the Runs? Oh my God, I love that name. And then of course I just spewed after that. I'm like, oh, follow our podcast on Instagram.
Tara was the hype woman.
I know.
I
Eric,
was so happy you were there.
Eric would be so proud of me because I was literally, we were rifling through Stoolie stickers. So I handed out so many Stoolie stickers, and then everybody I met that was like, oh, On the Runs. And I'm like, oh yeah, we. And I told Erica, I said, I'm just going to tell them that it's our podcast.
She's on the payroll now, I swear.
Yeah. I was
Not that there is a payroll, but you get it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm already on with the TikTok. But
You've
I was
earned
like,
it more than that.
Yeah. But I was like, I don't want to go into the whole like, this is Erica's podcast, but I'm so-and-so. So I was like, I'm just saying it's our podcast. So literally like the whole place.
It really is.
Yeah. But it was great because it was just like, people were, not only were we telling people about our podcast, but people were coming up to us because they loved our shirts. And then, of course, we had to flip the hood up and show them the hidden stoolie in the back. And everyone,
Yep.
I had people come, like, find me. And they're like, tap me on the shoulder. And they're like, do you have any more of those stickers? And I was like, oh my God, yeah.
Love it. I gave, we gave away probably 100 of them. Which is, I mean, I should have brought more. I wish I would have brought more. I would have slapped them everywhere. And be like, here, have a sticker. But
yeah, it was great. And then that one girl from Yes Kids, I think that's what it's called.
Oh, yeah.
She, right in front of us at her booth, she put the Stoolie sticker right on her water bottle. So I was like, that's so cool. So
I made sure to feature her on the Stoolie in the Wild Instagram page.
Yep.
Yes, I did see that. That was awesome. So, but you, Lindsay, you want to talk about like our entry into the run show and what we did from there?
I was like, what? So what happened next?
Yeah, right. We got in there a little late.
So we changed. We ate our donuts.
Oh, who was the first person that we saw after we changed?
Oh my gosh. How did we almost forget about this?
Oh, this was
I
me.
gotta go into this one. Let me
Yeah.
go.
Was
Into
this after we changed or when we were walking to the bathroom?
You were still in the bathroom changing.
Okay.
I think.
And then so it came out. Yeah.
Yeah. We actually were washing our hands after eating the donuts.
That's what it was.
Yes. Yes. So Tara and I were waiting outside of the facilities, and we're just maybe like 50 feet away from the entrance. But I see somebody walking down the hallway, and I go, I'm like, Tara, that looks like Meb. And she's like, no way, that's not Meb. He slowly gets closer, and I go, oh my God, that really is Meb. How I picked him out, I couldn't even tell you. I could see no distinguishing features whatsoever. But holy shit, it was Meb. And thank God Tara is the one who will say, oh my God, can we like take your picture? Like, you were awesome. Because I get all like turtly and nervous and don't want to talk to anybody. I know, literally hiding in my sweatshirt. But Tara's like, yay.
I was like, oh my God, Meb.
Hello.
Yeah, I get myself in trouble though sometimes because I just verbal diarrhea and then I'm like, why did
Should I
talk first, think about it later?
Yeah, that was my whole like.
He was so gracious.
Oh, he was so nice, so nice. Because he was by himself and he was literally walking into the expo, and I was like, "Oh my God, Meb!" And I'm like, and there was a couple there. They were waiting, I think, for their daughter or whoever they were with, and I was like, "Oh my God!" I'm like, can you take a picture?" I'm like, "You're amazing. You're a legend." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "This guy won the Boston Marathon." Blah blah. And I was like, "I came in 22,001 first place last year." And then I was like, "Oh my God, Tara, really?"
I was so out of it. I didn't even hear you say that until today when you mentioned it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit.
I heard it and I was dying laughing.
I was like, what is wrong with me? I came in 22,000 in first place last year.
I should have been like, she beat me.
Yeah, we got the same exact medal, but you did a lot better than I did. I was like, what is wrong with me? But anyways, the guy was like, do you want me to take the picture? And I was like, yeah, please. Yes, please. And so.
because we were going to do a selfie first, right? And then, yeah.
So that was awesome. Like, he is like a total Boston legend. Like, I mean, never mind like a world legend because he's just so well known, but he's our guy. So that was so cool for me. I've never met him before, so that was
neither have I. So when I did Boston for the charity, we did a like the night before dinner kind of thing, like just saying like, hey, thank you for fundraising. But he was the keynote speaker that night. But I didn't get a chance to do like a meet and greet or anything. But this was the next best thing besides seeing him eating ice cream in Burlington, Vermont in 2018. So that's my other story. I saw him eating an ice cream once.
I should take a picture.
Yeah.
Like a real
I
creep
didn't. Brandon was with me and he's like, just go say hi. I'm like, but I can't. He's eating an ice cream. Like, I did not want to bother the man. Like,
oh, that's fine. He was just so nice though, like some people like you just assume like, okay, well, a million people always ask for pictures, so they're going to be nice, and some people are just not nice. He was just.
We got the signature Meb thumbs up. That was wonderful. I loved it. Thank you, Tara, for being outgoing.
Yeah.
And taking you with me everywhere.
Later on, we'll talk about how stalkerish I was with Kelly Roberts, but we'll say that was another one that I was like, I'm going to get arrested. I'm pretty sure I'm leaving here in cuffs. But
never changed.
That was I definitely felt creepy then too, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, that was super creepy. Like, I'm still not over that. I'm like, we're literally like entouraging right now through the friggin' expo following her. But anyways.
We were like lemmings just walking behind her.
So, all right. So then we finally entered. So I will say, let me get this one. This was a cool thing because when we entered into the expo, we took a couple photos with the run show thing, the sign, which was cool. And then I looked over to the left and I saw Herm. He was being interviewed on the news. And we kind of were like trying to figure out where we wanted to go. And we were like, we didn't really I didn't study the map. I'm like, whatever, we'll see everything. We're here all day. So we just kind of started walking that way. And he left the interview and he came over and was talking with us. And he gave me a hat because he was like, hey, you brought me a donut. I'm going to give you one of my hats. So now I have a sun's out, tums out hat. So I'm going to have to go for a run shirtless this summer and send him the picture.
Hey, if you do it, I'll do it.
With the hat on.
I was like, I don't know if you picked the right girl for this, but you're getting a video. going to do the Goonies thing.
Just not the truffle shuffle. Is it truffle
shuffle?
Yes.
Hey, I can get away with that too. I'll do it with you, so you won't be alone. Don't worry.
We'll do it.
We can all do it together.
Yeah, and
Game
then
on.
we got. I think Steve again sent us the news clipping. We were on the news, and Herm was high fiving us. So,
which was really cool. But she called us TikTok followers.
Oh, she did.
I'm like,
I didn't even
hello. On the Runs podcast.
Podcasters, kind of a big deal.
Oh man,
Actually, get it right.
Yeah,
I had to give him some stickers, and I gave him a couple of random magnets that I had to. So I'm glad that we got to meet up again after the plogging event, and just before he had to perform, not really perform, but be busy with all his run show duties.
Yeah. So, all right, now Lindsay.
All right,
I'm done talking for now.
No, you're fine.
After that,
you're doing a great job. So we just started walking around, checking out the various booths and the various vendors, and one of the places we went to was Runna, because Runna was one of the sponsors for the plogging. And if you sign up to do the plogging run, oh yeah, I have it too. Hey, look, I can be matchy.
Oh yeah.
Damn it, I don't have mine.
Oh, I dropped the ball on the sweatshirt, but I have the bracelet.
Fine. We're even.
So one of the perks, I guess you could say, of doing the plogging event was you get a free shirt. And then so we went over to the Runna booth, and there was this wheel there that you could spin to win various things. One of them was a shirt. We already got that. And then there was, like 2 free weeks of Runna. So Runna is a training program that you can download on your phone, it's like having a run coach, but it's an app, and it tailors your training based on your pace and based on your goals, and it adapts to, whatever you're doing training wise. So if you're training for a half or a full, it will tell you like the paces you need, the workouts you need. So on the wheel, you could do like win 2 free weeks of Runna. You could win like a month of Runna, or you can win a full year. And then there was like a couple of other things, right?
Squats.
Oh, squats,
Lindsay landed on do 10 squats. You're like, watch, I'm going to land on the 10 squats. Sure enough. They let her spin again, though.
I did spin again.
I got the 2 free weeks, but I haven't looked at it, honestly. I downloaded the app, but that's it.
I haven't looked at it yet either.
Yeah. So.
I got a beanie.
I got totally distracted.
Yes, because you were talking to
Letty Lundquist from the Marathon Running Podcast. How random. The first booth that we visit, there was Letty. And I didn't get to see her last year at like the Boston Expo, but she was around, like, she ran Boston last year, so she was checking out all this stuff, and I just happened to miss her last year. So I got to meet her in person finally, and it was really nice to catch up, see what she was up to, and I think we might have convinced her to come cheer with us. I don't know. She seemed like she might want to.
Oh, she was talking about she had to do a run while she was in town, and she's a Florida girl. And she's like, tomorrow, meaning Sunday, she's like, it's going to be so cold. But I think she was talking Celsius, because she was like, it's going to be 40. Yeah. And I was like, no, what, 40? I'm like, shorts? And then I was like, oh, wait, no, that's Celsius. Like,
no,
it's gonna be 10.
40 Celsius is hot as fuck.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know why. I could have sworn she said 40. But anyways, it was funny because she's like, I'm a Florida girl. I don't know how to do that. I don't even think I have the right clothing for that to run.
She made the smart choice to definitely do it that Saturday instead of waiting till Sunday. So yeah. I wish I could have done that.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, we'll have to ask you about that later.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, though, I could not stop. This is going to sound so creepy, but I could not stop staring at her teeth. She has perfect teeth.
She really does.
She really
did mention
does.
that to me.
She is a very beautiful person.
I was like...
Yeah. She's very tan, too.
My teeth have never looked like that, ever.
Yeah. She's very, very good smile. Love that. The next booth.
We made it 4 feet to the right, and we got stopped again.
We made it to the Sports Tour International people.
We were there for about an hour.
They were talkers. They were so nice, though. But
Shout
it was
out
funny.
Jamie and Mark.
Yeah. I got, was it Mark? I think it was the other guy. He gave me his business card, but I told him that I was coming.
Jamie, yeah.
See the one from Charlotte, North Carolina? Anyways, I told him I was probably coming down.
That's a different guy. I don't know who that one is.
I know. I have the business card over there. But he
Mark
lives...
is the CEO.
Yeah. Was that his wife? Were they, or no?
God, I don't know.
I don't think so. No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
But it was funny because we walk over and we just start talking to him, and they were like, "Yeah, you want to run some international marathons?" And I was like, "Yeah, eventually, but not now." And then I was like, "6-star Erica." Oh, that's what they said. They're like, "Have you guys ever run Tokyo or London?" And I was like, "6-star Erica has."
Here I am, like, talk to me.
And then he was a 6-star person, and she was a 6-star person, and I was like, 2-star Tara. And I was like, I might not go any further, though, because that's got a little bit of a ring to it.
You and me, we're both like...
But basically, he's looking at me. He's like, all right, I don't need to talk to you.
Yeah.
He's not going to sell me shit. So
Right. And then, like, we were there for, I swear to God, we were there for like a half hour.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That,
we did a lot of talking.
That's like a great concept, I think, and like how I said, I have no issues planning my own travel for things. But if I'm going out of the country, especially to a country that I can't communicate with people, I would pay the extra money to go with a group that plans everything for me, gets my hotel, transportation. Like, all you have to do is pay for your flight, and then they tell you what to do and where to go. Like, I would, if I ever do Tokyo, I would definitely do it with a group like that, which I think you did, Erica.
I can vouch for those. Yeah. I've done 2 separate tour groups, one for Berlin, and then I did Tokyo through the tour group, and it is 100% worth the money. It is pricey, but when you figure what you will spend anyways, it's all the same. So, but you just get the extra convenience out of it,
Right.
and it is so worth it. Like, they'll take you on tours. It's so great.
Yeah.
So
I think for me, the stress
totally worth
factor alone would be eliminated because I wouldn't have to,
Absolutely.
worry about anything.
Anything.
The most part. So yeah.
So where do we go after that?
We had well, do you guys have a favorite? Yeah, did you guys have a favorite vendor or booth or anything?
I like the pickle juice.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
we got a lot of free sample.
Yeah, we did. That was like, I feel like not a lot of people were giving stuff out for free, which so when we went to Butt Wipes,
we know Red Bull.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. We each had 2 Red Bulls. Mm-hmm. We had one before lunch and then after lunch because we were a little tired from lunch. So we were like, we need some wings to get through the afternoon. So shout out Red Bull. We got to try some new flavors of that. And then when we walked in too, I forgot to mention the Loco Coffee guys. That coffee, the churro coffee, that was so good. I looked it up online today. I should have bought it there because they don't sell 4-packs online. They only sell a case. And I'm like, I don't really want 12 of them, but I think those guys are out of Massachusetts. But that was really good. They had a cold brew that was delicious, and I tried the churro one. Oh, it was so good. So definitely got that. Surprisingly, I spent $4 at the Expo, and it was on a bottled water. Sorry, Tina. But I didn't bring I didn't bring my Stanley in because I didn't think, I was like thinking I didn't even think we were going to be able to like go in with the backpacks and stuff, but you guys had your water bottles, but I didn't. But I was like, I needed water. So I didn't buy anything, although I'm really considering the Mount to Coast R1 shoes.
I think
that's
all 3
what
of us
I would have bought.
Yeah. Those were like, I was trying to explain them to Jen when I was running with her on Sunday. And I was like, they're the wide toe box and just like the arch support. It's so like, I run in the New Balance 1080s and it's literally just like foam and your foot can go anywhere in those. But it's comfortable. And with my back injury, I need more cushion. But I feel like those, the R1 shoes were like, I was like, I could run in these. And they have like a 800-mile like life expectancy, which is like double what my normal shoe would, almost triple. So I'm like, that right there, I'm thinking about it. And they're $165 and they gave us 15% off. I might.
Yeah.
I'm very tempted. I almost bought them that day, but I actually walked away not spending any money.
Yeah.
Well, apart from having lunch with you two. But
yes. I know. I mean, like, Lindsay bought a hat. I think you were the only one that bought something.
I bought a hat that I did not need. I don't need hats. I'm such a sucker for hats.
Did we really need anything in there though?
No.
I mean, no. It's never
You know what
it's always want.
I was tempted were those awesome like puffy coat material
gaiters
for your feet. Those were so soft and warm, and I would have bought them, but they were just a little too expensive.
Yeah, they were expensive. They're like $75, right?
Yeah. I couldn't justify that.
That was like the sale price, right?
I think so, yeah.
Isn't it crazy? But I mean, they would have been so clutch, like in any cold weather.
I know.
And I don't know.
To wear to bed.
Oh, I would too. Yeah, absolutely.
I know.
So comfortable.
I was like I could probably give this to like some old lady at a nursing home and pay her $20 and she could knit them for me. You know?
I do know how to crochet.
Oh boy.
Maybe I'll make some for
Erica's next
you
project.
can make some special on the runs ones.
Ooh, on the run's blue. Yeah. I'll see what I can do.
Or just brown gators.
Wait, so this is the
Oh, there you go.
that
Sucker
pickle
punch.
place. Sucker punch. And they do the pickle shot, the pickle juice shots.
Yeah. I have two of those.
I'm a big fan of.
The shooters. I brought two home with me, and then I brought those. So that pack that you have right there, is that something that you would bring with you on a run, or is that just like you could eat at the house?
I'm gonna eat some right now.
Oh, there you go.
Those are the actual pickles, which I think is awesome. That they don't not only do the pickle shots, which are clutch during like long races and stuff, but that's a legit bag of pickles.
Yeah, the pickle juice saved me last year at the Boston Marathon. There was somebody out there that had I think I had just passed the Wellesley Scream Tunnel, and it was somebody at the end of their driveway, and this woman had like a tray of pickle juice, and I was like, oh my God, I'm not like a big religious person, but I really think Jesus sent you here. Thank you. Because at that point it was like 80 degrees and it's like 2 p.m. and I'm like,
Pickle juice Jesus.
Yeah. PJJ, my boy.
Representing.
Saved me. I was like, I could sit here and drink a gallon of this.
Eric and Erica brought pickle juice, though.
I had some for you, Lindsay.
I specifically requested it.
You did. So I had some, and I think I wound up coming home with some because I didn't know that you liked it too, Tara. So.
I think maybe, did I? I know I grabbed my Coke from you guys, but I think that's all I took because I was like, I got to get going. I got to finish this thing. It's like,
well, hey, attention Boston runners. I can hook you up with some pickle juice this year. We'll see.
No. All right. So then that was, did you guys have a favorite booth? I'm going to say mine was the shoes because there was like interactive.
I was gonna lean that way too. They were very knowledgeable. They didn't try to sell them to me because I was like, I really need to think about this. I do have a lot of shoes, but your girl Tam,
shout out Tam from Roadie Runners. Is that what it's called? Roadie?
I think so. Yeah. She was super nice and just cool to talk to,
awesome.
and like she was just pumped to be there. She didn't.
I got her right then and there to follow us on Spotify. So
I'm telling you, you're worth every penny. Like I'm gonna keep hiring you to be my like emotional.
I think it's time for a raise.
I know. Yeah.
No, right?
I get 10% of nothing. My new raise.
20% of nothing. You're worth it.
I know. I was like, I should have had you guys look at your Instagram to see how many follows you had before the show, and then see how many you had after.
Oh, there you
go. I got like 4.
You could have based your report.
I got followed by I followed a bunch of people too, which, listen, I'm telling you, the next investment, and I think I said this already, but we got to get the business cards with the QR code of Instagram on it. I know we don't have a website, but that was huge at the Expo because people had those on their booths, and you literally just took a picture of it. It sent you right to their Instagram and follow.
So awesome, right?
So handing out business cards. I know we dished out a ton of Stoolie stickers, but even like on
Stoolie shaped business cards.
Yeah, you could do that. Cute. But I know I think his headband it has on the runs on it, but it's very small and you can't really see it. So but baby steps. So
we'll just have we'll have to have Eric make the two of you your own like media kit things because he made one for me, so it has like my on the runs email on it, my name. I don't know if it has like our Instagram on it, but if it doesn't, it should.
Yeah, definitely. Instagram's the way to go with the QR codes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we saw a bunch of, not only did we see Instagram famous people, but we saw a bunch of pod fam there too.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was so cool. I know, you know who we missed was the bearded runner. He was there.
Oh, that's right.
Was he there?
Yeah, because I saw his Instagram story and I commented and I'm like, what? And he I guess he
texted me like the night before too and saying, "Hey, you gonna be there?" I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be there. Let's meet up. And then I completely forgot.
He had a long run that morning, and he's like, "I think I had long run brain fog." And he's like, "Because I totally forgot to like reach out to you guys." But
that's the thing.
But I was very happy. I saw everybody I wanted to see. We spent the whole day there. Like we did a couple hours in the morning, and then we walked across the street, when we were walking in, I saw the Irish pub and I was like, we're going there for lunch.
Yep.
So we walked over to, what was it called? MJ? Is it MJ?
MJ O'Connor's.
MJ O'Connor's. Yes. So we walked over there for lunch and I grabbed some fish tacos and you guys had the chicken.
Hot honey chicken sandwiches.
And we each indulged in a beverage.
Yes,
I had a
we
Guinness
did.
because I have a rule. I am very Irish and I cannot go into an Irish pub without having at least one Guinness. Just a rule. So had my Guinness and then we walked back, which I brought us to the fake entrance. So got us a couple of extra steps.
We had to walk of shame away from that entrance.
Yeah.
We're like, oh.
I was like, oh, guys, I got, like, just come, it's right here. We just go right in here and then we're there. And then we like walked, I literally like walked up to the door, which was like a sensor. And I'm like this close to it. And it didn't, I was like, yeah, this is, no. I'm surprised I didn't walk right into it because I was like so confident that we could go in that way.
I did spend that like 10 minutes when we were wandering around there just burping like crazy.
Yeah, that's right. We had some gas after lunch.
Better to let it out outside.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, and then the afternoon was spent. I think the first thing we did that we only went to one. Actually, we kind of did a couple from afar, like discussion panels. Like we saw Tom Hooper from 603 Endurance. Mm-hmm. And then Steve introduced us to Scott. Who
He's a 200-mile ultra runner, and he was going through his Tahoe 200 experience and how he planned for it. So I think he's going to be a great guest. So I don't even want to spoil it. We're going to try to get him one of these days.
Yep. He was a very nice guy. And then we actually grabbed seats at the main stage for, I think it was 1:30. It was the sustainability panel, right? Mm-hmm. And it was Tina Muir, Alex Hermanson, and what was the other guy's name?
Michael Doty.
Michael
Doty.
Is it Doty?
That's right. Yeah. That's
he
right.
is an ex-football player, but soccer football.
Yes.
Not football.
Yes. So
very hunky also.
That was a very cool. It was funny to see Herm on the sustainability panel, but he was great. Like every question, I would have like probably stumbled a little bit because I'm not like a pro at that, but they did great up there, and it was again very informative, I thought.
Yeah.
And then while we were sitting down, we had a sighting. Erica elbowed me and she goes, "Oh, it's Mike Seaman." And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, do you want me to go get him? And she's like, no. We'll find him after.
Like, you can't leave in the middle of their panel. Like, that's very rude. You can't do that. But my ADD kicked in and I was just kind of like, I'm trying to pay attention, but I'm also like, something will move out of the corner of my eye. And I'd be like a dog, like, ooh, what's that? And then I see a guy in a puffy coat and I go, oh, that's literally Mike Seaman. And so we had a mission right after this thing. I mean, we had another mission.
We had a different mission before.
The first mission.
After we completed mission number one.
One I thought I was going to get a restraining order from.
Why don't you tell everybody about mission number one?
Yeah. So the Kelly Roberts was basically the MC for all of I think did she speak first thing in the morning?
Yes.
Was she part of the first?
Yeah,
I think, but then
we missed it.
Yeah. So we got into the expo a little bit late because the plogging went longer than normal, and so whatever.
And we changed and ate donuts, and we did all that stuff.
Yeah, we took our time.
We fiddle fucked around. That's what
we sure did.
Fuck around.
We sure did.
Against Amy's advice.
Yes. And then so we missed that. But I wanted to meet Kelly Roberts. She was on my list. So she was basically the MC for the sustainability panel. So I was watching her like a hawk because I was like, this is our shot. So the sustainability panel let out and I was like, guys, she went behind the stage. And I was like, let's just go over here. And there was a line where the people that were speaking, they would stand at the front and people could wait in line to see them. But I was like, we don't need to see Tina or Herm or what was his name again? Doty? Michael. And I'm like, yeah, we're good with them. So I went behind, around the line, and these two were like, what are you doing? Where are you going? And I was like, just follow me. So I'm like, Erica, you have to come with me. You're literally on the runs. I was like, she's not going to know who I am. So we went around the side and I'm literally staring at her, waiting for her to notice me. And
Kelly, turn around.
Yeah. I was like, Kelly. And she I think that she purposely turned her back to me because she was like, oh my God, another stalker. And then I was looking at these two and they're like, I think we might get in trouble over here. And I was like, no, we gotta stay. This is our shot. And then so she turns around and I'm like, hey, Kelly. And she looks at me and she's like, hi. And I was like, we're from On the Runs podcast. We just had you on and we just wanted to meet you in person. And blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God, here we go. Verbal diarrhea, verbal diarrhea. And then she like looks at me and I'm like, this is 6-star Erica. Erica, she's the podcast person. And she's like, I'm going to get coffee. So if you guys want to talk, you have to follow me. And we were like, on it. So we literally walked from one side of the expo all the way across, following Kelly Roberts like a bunch of stalkers with her friend.
So awkward.
It was very
Melissa,
awkward.
She looked like, oh God, these people are so awkward. Why are you here? What are you doing? Leave us
And then
alone.
I'm like, no big deal. We're just friggin' entouraging all the way to the coffee station. But we talked to her the whole time and she was very kind. So I appreciate
Kelly's
her
awesome.
time.
I stand by that. And Melissa was awesome too. She was super nice. So
Yes.
It was nice to meet a new person and meet a pod fan member. And
And then we forced her into taking a picture with us. And then she was holding on to something and she goes, what am I grabbing? Am I grabbing your ass? And it was Lindsay's backpack. She's like, and I took a picture
Can you
and she
take a
literally had
picture?
her hand
I need to know
on
what
Lindsay's...
I'm touching right now. No, like everyone we met there was I mean, gracious is the perfect word for it.
Yeah.
Because, it's all these people that if you're a runner, you're like an outdoors person, it's all these people that you kind of follow on social media and that you look up to, like you were saying before, Tara. And I'm sure they get bothered all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And so,
100%. But I think it's part
it
of, like, they have to know that. Like, if you want to continue being an influencer, you need to, take the good with the bad. And I'm sure there's days where they don't want to talk to anybody, but it's just like being a celebrity, like somebody that you follow from a TV show.
I mean,
if
Tara,
you're out in public, you're going to get noticed.
You would know.
I mean,
is that Tara
You
Pterodactyl?
got excited, yeah.
I did. I had a sighting on the Plogging. Where do I know you from? And I'm like, I'm Tara Pterodactyl.
I'm kind of a big
Kind
deal.
of a big deal.
Google me. That's Tara with a P.
Don't spell it wrong.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't
I
find me
love
on the internet? That's because it's Tara with a P. Spelled it wrong. Like, I'm going to change my name on my birth certificate. My mom's going to be like, what the? When did
I did not name you that.
Tara? It's
Tara, what's your
Tara.
middle name? Now it's Pterodactyl. So
Yes. Yeah. It is Kristen, but that's nothing.
No, it's
nothing
Pterodactyl
cool.
now,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So, okay. So then that was the Kelly story. So
mission number 1, check.
Yes. And then, I mean, at this point, I was gassed because I was like, I have literally been marketing all day long, screaming at people, chasing people down.
You could have fooled me though, because when we were trying to find Mike Seaman, you saw David Barclay, who we had on the podcast not too long ago from the Boston Road Show, like Raccoon Media. You saw him and you took off. You're like, he'll know where he is.
Well, I was like, this is our shot because that was the next thing. So after we left Kelly, we were like, all right, who else do we want to see? Because I think at this point it was, so it's 2:00. And we didn't really have like a time. I had to be home by 6:00 the latest. But
all three of us were like,
we were
so tired.
We were so
it was
tired.
like post lunch.
Yeah. And I don't know about you guys, but I did 1 mile, like 1.2 on the plogging, but I had, at the end of the day, I think I had 18,000 steps. So we were like,
I didn't even look.
Oh yeah, I would like got home. I'm like when I got home and I sat on the couch, I looked at my Garmin and I was like, oh my God, no shit. But like we literally were on our feet all day. Even my watch was like, you've had a very stressful day. And I was like, thank you. I know.
I am very stressed out.
Yes, super stressed.
Networking is stressful.
It's so hard talking to people. So after Kelly, I think we were like, all right, do we want to go anywhere else? Do we want to see anybody? What do we want to do? And then we were like, we got to find Mike Seaman. So then we literally were going like down and back and we're like neck head on a swivel looking for Mike
Felt
Seaman.
like we were playing Where's Waldo. Like, I'm going to win this game. I'm going to find him. But
Right, exactly.
Thank you, David. He did the trick.
So as Erica said, we spotted David and I literally beelined it. Like, I don't know if I've ever ran that fast before in my life, which I felt bad because I like came up from behind him and I grabbed him and he was like, and I was like, hey, sorry. I'm like, on the Reds, Tara. But I was like, do you know where Mike Seaman is? And he's like, yeah, actually, he's up front. He just had to reunite a child or try to reunite a lost child with his family. And I was like, oh, but we found Mike Seaman and he honestly such a cool dude. Like
He's so cool.
He might have been my favorite conversation all day.
I love him so
I don't know
much.
about you
He's
guys,
awesome.
but I looked at flights for Arizona to crew the Javelina 100 in October because he asked me. And I was like, why not?
I'm on
He threw
board.
it out there.
I'm not
He
even
threw-
kidding you.
Yeah.
That would be so much
Susie
fun.
Chan and Mike Seaman. We're going to be their crew people. And today I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, if I crew, do I have to run, or can I just like drive a vehicle with snacks and water?
Oh, it's
Like,
a
how does
loop
this
course,
work?
Tara. You don't have to do anything but sit in a
okay.
chair until they come in and you feed them.
Sign me up. Sign me up. I mean,
I honestly want to.
Yeah, that would be so fun.
It would be a blast.
Yeah. But anyways, we met him outside of the entrance, and we talked to him for probably about 20, 25 minutes until he was like, oh, shoot, I have a meeting. We're like, sorry. But if you guys want to tell a little bit about that, I feel like I'm talking all.
No, I mean, you pretty much covered it. Mike is great. Everyone from Raccoon Media was great. We got to meet Chloe. We've been in talks with Chloe. She's the one who like we kind of partnered up with and got in touch with Mike in the first place, and also with David. So they are just so awesome, and they put on this wonderful show. And
Mike had just flown in like an hour before.
That's what he said. We're like,
yeah. Well, when we spotted him, he had his suitcase and he was rolling it across.
oh, I didn't even see his suitcase.
Oh, yeah.
I just saw his coat on. Oh, that's even funnier.
Yeah, he's like, my flight landed like an hour and a half ago. So
dedication.
Yeah. But you know what?
So,
The one other person that we totally not forgot about, but saved the best for last. Allie G. That was awesome to see her.
Is she not the sweetest thing you've ever?
She's adorable. I feel like
you've ever met.
I mean, I remember we were walking out, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm how many years older than her? 13 or something.
Oh, I got a decade on her, so you.
And I was like, oh, I could be your mom.
You and I
I'm
were
like 13 and pregnant.
I was like, oh, I could be like her mom.
Right? And then
So
we're like,
that's
wait,
what
13 and
sparked the
pregnant?
teen mom conversation.
Yeah. Because I was like, oh my god, I was like, she's so adorable. I'm like, I feel like she's like a little sister type, you know? I'm like, I always like, I forget how old I am sometimes because I literally act like a 12-year-old, but I feel like we're in that like age range. Like if you're late 20s to like mid 40s or something, like we're all the same age.
Yeah.
You know, we're all matured and, you know, it's,
Oh,
Beautiful.
that was sad.
At least you can burp. I got nothing. But I got to shout out her awesome cousin, Kate, also. You may have recognized Kate from, I think it's track 3. She was on track 3 of the Allie G show. So check her out. And she was just super nice. And she's going to crew Allie when we do the, what are we doing? Loopy Looper.
Loopy Looper.
Yeah.
I'm still on the
August,
fence.
So.
I'm
not going to pressure you into it.
Mostly
but if you want
because
to,
of FOMO.
I'm going to pressure you into it, even though I'm not doing it.
I know. I'm like,
gonna
I have
pressure you.
no desire to run 36 miles, but or however many is it? What is it?
You don't have to do that many.
Oh, I know, but I mean, I need the skeleton, so let me destroy my body.
37.5 miles.
37.5
12 hours.
So I can get a
First
freaking
it's
skeleton.
worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, don't go down there and don't get the skeleton. That would
be
silly.
a wasted trip. I'm gonna come home a
fuck is the
skeleton and a friggin' body bag, but it's another story. Yeah, you guys have quite the crew for Loopy Looper. The people and didn't you kind of convince Herm? Herm was on the fence.
So Herm goes there anyways. He ran it last year, and I think that's close to where his family lives. So
okay.
I think that's just a quick little popover kind of thing. But he likes to do the Frosty Looper, which is the same course, but it's in December.
Oh, that's more my jam.
He's done that, and that's an 8-hour ultra. So I mean, I would love to convince more people to come do this August one.
Wait a second, Tara.
I would do the December one more than the
You and me.
August.
But if you do the August one the December one, you get an extra medal. You don't get I don't think you get a medal just for doing the December one. You got to do the double. But I can be convinced to do the December one also.
Maybe 2026. My calendar's pretty full.
2026 for me is the Javelina 100. I swear I'm going down for that. I'm going to. I want to so bad. That race just looks epic.
All right. Well, maybe I'll hold off crewing and I'll crew you in 2026. I feel like crewing could be my new.
If I crew them, maybe they'll come crew me the next year.
Cool. Susie
or
and Mike
Susie
Seaman.
can sign up too, and I'll just.
Are
run
you
with
listening? Tell us
We
your
love you,
thoughts.
Susie.
Yes. Yeah. So, and then another person that we ran into, Josh Vernon. He came and joined the conversation when we were talking to Mike Seaman. So we ran into him. We just saw so many people, and I met new people. The girl that recognized me. So funny story. The girl that recognized me on the plogging run. It was not because of the podcast, but she plays softball with my friend Jen.
Oh, no
And
way.
I posted a picture. Jen and I ran 9 miles yesterday, and I posted a picture of us, and she responded, and she goes, "This is how I know you."
Oh.
And I was like, "Aw." I was like, I
love
really
it.
wish it was the pterodactyl. But
Well, now she does.
that's okay. It's okay. Our next event, which is the BAA 5K, I better get recognized. Just saying.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Should we
I know,
get
right?
singlets made? We should get singlets made. I
Yup.
really want that.
Yep. With P Terra. Yep. And I'm
our
going to
names on
get a
it.
giant pterodactyl. I'm going to iron on the back of it.
I want to go down on that day just to cheer you guys on.
Yes. Come
Do you
on.
want to come? Come to my house. I already volunteered
Yes.
to drive, but we're taking the
Yes.
tea in. We're going to Alewife.
Yeah.
It's the easy way.
Anything else
Come
you
on
guys
down.
want to talk
Oh,
about?
I've got this.
The
God damn it, mine's
the pickle
downstairs.
mustache. I didn't get one of those. I don't know why.
Oh,
I think I was
that
like
didn't very
delusional at that
well.
point.
I
'Cause
hear
I
the
was so
word
tired.
sticker and I'm like, where?
Yeah,
I
right?
need them. I don't care what it is.
Perfect.
Oh, you're beautiful.
I
Well,
must ask you a question. Oh God, I did not get one of those.
Do you want mine?
No, that's okay. I don't really need one. Again,
That was with
need
this.
versus want. I actually have my own mustache. You can't really
Yeah,
see it.
Same.
This is what
Same.
happens when you're 40 something. You
Also
grow
30 something.
you grow facial hair where it's not cool. So that's cool.
I also
Crazy.
have a mole hair. I guess,
Oh my
so-
God. The long chin hairs, those come out. I'm like,
Oh, I just found
one day
one.
I'm like going like this and I'm
Oh,
like
no.
down here. And I'm like, what? How did it get this
I
long?
don't
And I
have
didn't
those
notice
yet,
it.
but I just had a really like
Oh.
one black hair that comes out of a mole on this.
Oh God.
I just
wait.
found one earlier when I was putting my moisturizer on. I was like, oh my gosh.
It's so bad.
What are you doing now with the mustache?
Yeah, what is that?
It's my,
Her chin strap?
yeah.
Ugh.
Stick up
So
there.
Put two as eyebrows.
we have to actually we have an announcement. Oh God. Yes. I like know some men that have eyebrows that are that thick.
Like this.
Yes, unibrow. So we have to make an announcement, and this is the first time that Eric's going to be hearing this, but he gave us a task, which was the March Madness bracket. Okay. So we said that we were going to do this on the ride home, and
Which we
We
did.
did.
we did do it, but we changed the theme because the original theme was running gear, right? So it's basically things that you run with that you can't like not run without. So like headphones, shoes, socks,
Socks.
like, I don't know, like a belt, a vest, whatever.
Right.
So we had a conversation about this and we were like, there's so many things. And it's like, so with the bracket, you have your regions and we were trying to figure out like, do we do like shoes and like, I don't know, like handhelds? Like we just couldn't figure it out to make it make sense. Because then it was going to be like, okay, so then you're going to have like a pair of shoes up against gloves. It's like, I don't like,
Obviously,
I'd
you're
always,
picking
I mean,
shoes.
I think the obvious answer is you're going to pick shoes over gloves. But so we decided, does somebody want to make this announcement? Because I feel like I just keep talking.
Oh, I think you're doing a great
sorry,
job.
sorry, Eric. But
Yeah.
we decided we were gonna do songs instead off of the playlist that Erica has curated from all the guests.
That everybody
So-
loves, and Eric makes fun of me for
Yes.
for having the same boring question.
Yes.
But
So
now we're making it more fun.
Yeah, we just figured it would be more interactive that way because our listeners, are going to be like, oh, that's my song. You know, because it's from the playlist. Everybody that's been on has put a song on there. Some have put 2, 3, or 4. But
Sorry, no, sorry.
we came up with the 4 regions, which we have EDM, we have
Rock.
rock.
Yep.
Yep.
What's
Hip
the
hop.
third
Pop.
one? Hip hop. Oh, pop.
Oh, wait, is it pop?
Pop, and then miscellaneous, which is anything other
Wow.
than those 3
Basically
categories.
hip hop, though.
Yeah. So, but it was fun because we were like in the car and we were playing the songs and we were like, yeah, that's a banger. And we're like, what about this one and that one? So it kind of like passed the time on the ride home, which was good. So yeah. So Eric, that's what we're doing.
We made the executive decision. I'm sorry.
3 against 1, but I think
Deal
you're going
with
to
it.
like it. I think you're going to like it.
I think we did a great job because every listener has a different taste in music, so this could go any way. Like,
right?
there's no guarantee. Absolutely. So like you could be like, yeah, this EDM song's gonna win, but Britney Spears could come out of nowhere and like
yeah,
sweep
it's
the
Britney,
whole thing.
bitch.
Who knows?
She's coming in. So when I was like saying, you know what we could do when we got down to like the Elite Eight is that Eric could put it up in the story and you could put the Spotify link to the song so people could click on it if they've never heard the song before and be like, I don't know what this is. And then be like, oh, okay. Because there's a lot of the songs on there. I was telling you guys, I've never listened to EDM music. I didn't even know what EDM stood for until I listened to your and Ali G's episode on the Ali G show. And then I was like, I got to get in with the cool kids. So the other day at the gym, I put on an EDM playlist and I was friggin' killing it at the gym. And I was like, this is awesome. So you guys have opened my, my music genre up a little bit. So now I'm like, oh, okay, this is cool. So
that's what this On the Runs playlist is for, to get a little bit of everything and anything. And you get the inspirational songs, but you also get something that's just going to like hype you up.
Yes.
That's the ultimate point. And I think this bracket's going to be so much fun. People will love it.
Blast.
So Eric, we will let you, if you want to look over the songs, if you want to we'll give you 5. Okay. If there's songs in there that you don't have that you maybe want in there, we'll give you 5 that you can play with.
But we picked them from the playlist. So go through the playlist, see what you like.
Have to be on the playlist. Have to be on the playlist. So.
Yeah. There's definitely some of your songs on there.
Yes.
Eric. So.
Yeah, we had you in mind, buddy. The whole ride. We were like, WWED. What would Eric do?
Definitely pronounce words wrong.
What would Pickle Juice Jesus do?
Pickle Juice Jesus. Oh my God, that's a new thing. That's a new hashtag. Pickle Juice Jesus. Coming in hot at mile 17.
I want to make stickers.
Yes. Oh my God, it will be a pickle with Jesus hair. Wearing a white robe.
This is like sacrilegious now.
Sticker. Listen, I work at St. A's, so I'm like guaranteed a pass into heaven. So I'm allowed to talk about Jesus like this because Jesus is my dude.
He's your homie.
He's my homie. Jesus is the reason.
This whole conversation today is basically what our Saturday was like, and it was so much fun.
100%.
Hanging out with you guys.
From start to finish.
It's literally
it was so much fun.
You know what? Some people take life way too serious, and if you are not if you don't cry laughing at least once a day, you're doing it wrong. So
I agree.
It's just like, especially in the world that we're living in today, you have to make jokes, and it's all fun. And I had a blast with you guys on Saturday. I was literally like sad when I got home because I don't live with anybody, and I was like,
oh,
like, my dogs are cool,
Artie
but
and Jack didn't like.
Yes, they like welcomed me home and Matt came over for pizza, but I honestly was so tired that I was just like, but I was like sitting on the couch and I was like, I think I texted you guys and I was like, I had so much fun today. Like, that was awesome. So
we also joked about how our group chat was suffering while we were all hanging out together. Like, we were having a great time, but our group chat just had no memes going.
No memes were going on. There were no reels being shared.
No memes. But
we did make up for it later that night, though.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we got right back into it.
The flow. It went.
Yes.
So do we have anything else that we need to
I will
discuss?
say next year the run show is happening again, but they're relocating to Marlborough, Mass. I didn't get the name of the venue. I think
that's an exclusive from Mike himself. So we don't know the exact details, but of course we will keep everybody posted.
Because he wants to be able to do more outdoor stuff.
Yeah, he said doing anything in Boston logistically is kind of difficult, and I'm sure the renting that expo space was probably expensive. So I don't even know where Marlborough, Mass is in relation to Boston.
It's like 35 minutes west of Boston.
All right, so, but that's fine. I'm sure it'll be in and you know what? It might be like if it's just like a singular, I have no idea what venue it's at. So it could just be like a singular thing so they could have the whole thing. But I don't know, maybe on the runs next year we'll have a booth. We were talking about doing a live podcast through the whole run show. And then
I will lose my shit if I have to do something live.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
Tara, I'm just having you sub in. I'll just like sit behind you. I'll like whisper in your ear things that I want you to say because I can't.
You don't want to pull people in to just interview them on the spot?
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, I can do something like that if you just like, if I'm at a booth and people come up to me, but if I have to sit on a stage in front of people, I will turtle again.
Not a stage.
I'm going in.
We wouldn't do a stage. It would be a booth. But I also, remember I said something, I was like, I don't know how much a booth would cost. But I honestly think that if what we did on Saturday, if we went there with more handout stuff like the business cards with our QR codes, like I think that would be enough, honestly. And if we did both days, like if we would go Saturday and Sunday, but we did an awesome job marketing us, and like the fact that we were
an awesome job.
We were great. We were a team. I was like borderline restraining order, but it worked.
Never change. You were perfect.
I mean, listen, you're unforgettable. No one's ever going to be like, wait, what was that podcast again?
Yeah, exactly. I know. But I think like just we reached so many people just by walking around and wearing our swag and talking to people. And so I think if we just went with business cards and maybe some swag or something else, and and if we have Eric with us, Eric loves to talk. So between Eric and I, we'd hit 1 million followers after that event.
God forbid if his brother gets married on that weekend somehow. I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah. Well, he can't go. He's gonna Zoom in. We'll call you. No, but Eric, it looks like you had a blast. Congrats to Hannah again. It looked like they had a beautiful wedding.
You guys,
it looks
awesome.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
Hannah's
And the weather was
gorgeous as it is.
Yeah.
I know, right? So awesome. Anything else, guys?
I feel like something just popped into my brain, and I'll remember it in like an hour. So
all I have to say is I think the two of you are amazing. I love what you're doing with this show. Thank you for repping on the runs all the time. Like, you guys are the absolute best. You're so fun to hang out with. We need to do it more often. Let's plug soon. I don't know. Let's just hang out more.
Well, thank you for taking us along this ride, because honestly,
you technically took me. So.
Well, it was bull. It's reciprocal. I'm like, you know what? I would have never talked to probably, I don't know, half the people I talked to if I didn't have the On the Runs connection. So I appreciate that so much, because you like literally made some of my dreams come true on Saturday by just making me a part of this. So I appreciate that so much.
I'm happy about that.
Yes.
That was going to be what I was going to say. Sorry, Eric, we did not get Des on. Because
she
wasn't
Sunday.
there. She was Sunday.
I know, Eric, did you see him? He's like, did you ask Meb to be on the podcast? I was like, no, but I told him I came in 22,000 first place last year at the freaking marathon.
The most important information ever.
Man.
I'm sure he went home and was like, 22,001. What was her name?
He's like, I gotta look her up now.
But hey, now we could send Meb that picture and say, if you would like to be on the podcast of the sweatshirts that we were wearing in this picture when we met you that random time.
Yes, there you go. And Mary McManus sent me, she commented on my post that I made on Instagram, and she said that Meb, every time she's met him, she said he's very gracious and he always takes time and stuff. So I think you can get him. It just might be like a planet very far in advance. So
okay.
Yeah.
I think he would be a great one for a future Boston Weeks.
Yeah.
Especially
absolutely.
talking about the 2013 Boston Marathon.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So awesome. Well, I would literally relive Saturday every Saturday if I could, because it was just a freaking blast.
It was a blast.
And I love you guys.
Too.
You guys are so much fun.
I love you.
And I love that we're all like 5'9"
stop.
plus. We like walked in with a freaking like we're like, yeah.
We had the swagger.
The three of us, and I'm like, we're taller than 90% of the people here, and we're matching, and I'm very loud. Watch out. We're gonna
watch
run
out,
this
world.
event. I'm like, if you guys need anybody to fill in on stage, I'm your girl.
We were a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah. Yes. I felt like we need like a walk-up song. We'll figure that one out later.
Yeah, we definitely commanded attention.
Yes, we did. We were hard to miss. And then when
Whoever
we were with Herm,
wins the bracket, that's our walk-up song.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
Unless it's not good.
It better be Brittany. Work, bitch. So
stay tuned for the bracket stuff if Eric approves.
Yes. And then Lindsay and I are coming back, right? Are we doing an episode end of March? We got KDP, hopefully.
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah. We're going to bring people back, and we already have somebody for August. Like people are coming to us because they want to be on the podcast.
Because why wouldn't you want to?
Yeah, exactly. We're fun.
I expect at least 4 burps per podcast per stool sample or whatever.
Oh, there's only been one this time. I'm sorry.
I had one good
one.
No,
you each had one.
Oh, okay.
No, I got nothing. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
One more. Yeah.
There you go.
Quota filled.
Oh, I got to clean my mic condom. That one was a sprayer. Oh, God.
And I'm crying again.
Thank God you have that on there.
Yeah, I know, right? God, I'm gonna have to buy some extra ones of these. There's some of my dinner in there.
Well, I guess I'll just say too, if anybody listening to this sample would like some Stoolie stickers, reach out to Six Star Erica or the On the Runs account or Pterodactyl or Lavatory Lindsay. We'll hook you up. I will make sure you guys can get some stickers because we want to see where Stoolie's going to go next.
Yes, Stoolie in the wild.
Yeah, make sure you tag Stoolie in the wild.
Yes.
With your stickers.
Yes. Thank you,
He's
guys.
going places, man.
Thanks for listening. We love you. We're trying to build a fan base here, so keep following if you like what you're hearing.
How can you not?
Yes. So keep it real, guys, and don't trust a fart. Lindsay?
And don't forget to wipe.
All right, and we're out. Thank you, everyone, for listening to another sample of The Recrap. Don't forget to follow On the Runs and Monday Night Media on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Threads. You can also support us by joining our Patreon page and supporting the brands that support us. And we will talk to you soon on our next sample. But until then, don't trust a fart.